I think that people tend to look at other people and devalue what they've done. Everybody's not going to do what I've done, and there are people doing far great things tonight, but it doesn't take away from what I've done. So I ask everyone to try to look at what you've done, because it's what you've done that's going to get you further along the line. When I'm having those moments when I'm questioning my ideas or what I want to do, I think about what I've already done. Because if I did it once before, I can do it again. And I always say, it'd be nice if you want to do something, or if you have to do something. What in life that you gotta do? And gotta do may not be the proper English, but that's what you need. What do you gotta do? What is it in your life that you gotta do? Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. If you look at my race from 2000, I gotta get from 8th place to 3rd place. And change your mind. So when you make a decision that you're going to do something, don't change your mind in the middle. Because when you do that, it kind of deflates the gotta do. Because the gotta do is in your heart. You know you gotta do that. And you know how to do it because you've done things before. So you use those as ladders to help you get to your next step. When you're ready, when it's your time, you have to show up. And don't blame anyone when you don't. And when you show up, you have to show out. So that's what I want to do in life. I want to do as an athlete, and that's what I want to do in business. I want to be able to show up and show out. So when I leave here, my legacy will be that Joetta cared, she was kind, she worked hard, and whenever she was, wherever she was, you knew she was there because she showed out. Not for herself, but for the people that she was speaking for, the people that she was helping, and the people that she believed in. Good morning, boys and girls and teachers. Good morning. There's about 600 people in this auditorium. I drove about 2 hours to get here, and that's all you can give me. Let's try to get good morning. Thank you. Now I feel welcome. I just want to say it's an honor to be back here again at the school. I was here many years ago when you first opened, and many of you weren't even thought of at that time. But the good thing is that you're here now. As a motivational speaker, as an Olympian, as an author, as someone that was once you, I understand what you're going through as students, what you're going through what you're going through as students, what you're going through as siblings, what you're going through trying to navigate yourselves through life. And believe it or not, you don't get it right then, and I don't get it right now. My goal for you today is to leave you with information that will help you get it right on the day that you get it right. And that's it. You say, well, that sounds silly. My daughter always says, I'm in the present. She says, I just want to be in this space. And sometimes we're so busy trying to look forward that we don't appreciate these moments. So this morning, I want you to appreciate the fact that your school has put this assembly together and that I'm here to speak with you. And I want to leave you with some information that will be leave an indelible imprint in your minds and in your hearts. So that when you leave school today, if you don't remember everything that I say, you're going to remember that you got to do. Now, for our English teachers in the audience, got to do is not the correct English. So when you're taking a test, don't write I got to do on the test and blame me, because you're going to get a bad grade. Put down the correct letter. But for this case, got to do. And I say got to do because in life, sometimes you may say, it'd be nice if I did something. If I had the opportunity, it'd be nice. But there are times when you just got to do something. Not tomorrow, not in the past, but that moment today. So what I got to do today is make sure I inspire you so that when you leave here, you say, you know what, that was the best assembly I've ever heard, okay? And you are honest. So I know you'll tell me the truth when I ask you if it is not. So what are we going to do? 4 Olympic teams from the great state of New Jersey. I grew up in North Jersey, up by Newark Airport. How many people have flown before on a plane? Flown? Good. So Newark Airport, about an hour and a half or so away from here. That's where I grew up in that area. And I tell people that because this is the Garden State. And when you live in this great state, people don't understand that we have nice places to visit, wonderful communities, we have a diverse area. They don't understand that. And so when they hear me, they say, I hear your accent, you're from Jersey. I say, yeah, I'm Jersey strong. So that's something that you can be proud about, being strong from Jersey, being strong academically, being strong athletically. So as a 4-time Olympian, I told you that already. I made 1988, 1992, 96, and 2000. Those are my years. 1988, 1988, I was in Seoul, Korea. 1992, I went to Barcelona, Spain. 1996, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. And in 2000, that was my last Olympic team, and I went to Sydney, Australia. Now, I know you watch the Olympic Games, right? How many of you watch it? What is your favorite sport to watch? What was that? Track and field? Good, okay, good answer, okay, good. Track and field. Now, there are other events, obviously, but I'm glad you said track and field was your best. You probably watch basketball, gymnastics. What else do we watch? Swimming, football. Do we watch football in the Olympics? No, not yet. You may want to watch it, but we don't watch that Olympic Games. What else? Handball? Anything else? What is it? Volleyball. But I did track and field. And I ran the 800 meters. That's 2 times around your high school track, or any track. 2 times around a track. And when I started, when I was your age, running, I was a sprinter. And I started getting beat. So I didn't like losing because my personality always wanted to win. So I kept moving up higher and higher and higher until I finally got to 800 meters. And I left the state of New Jersey being undefeated at that event. Undefeated in that event. And I am the only athlete, male and female, in this state. Now we've had many track and field athletes come from this state. They've done amazing things. But they never won the sectionals, the groups, or all groups 4 consecutive years in the same event. I'm the only one that's done that. I got out of school in 1980. So we're doing some quick math, right? Trying to figure out how old I am. Trying to figure it out. Have you gotten it yet? What is that? 30? No. 51. My teachers know because you're happy you're my age too, so I know you know. I'm 57. Whoa, you got it right? Oh, let me give it. Can you catch? Young man, what's your name? Can you catch? All right, let's see. Good job. I tell you that because I was once your age. Okay, and when I was your age, I didn't know what particularly I wanted to do, what I wanted to be when I grew up. All I knew is that I wanted to make my family proud, I wanted to make my city proud, and I wanted to have fun. That's all I knew at your age. But as you go through life, you figure out there's more to it than that. So, what is your purpose? What is your purpose in life? At 13, my purpose was to have fun, have friends, talk back. You know, right? You did the same thing, right? Absolutely. I didn't have the phones and the iPads and the computer games, but if I did have them, I'm sure I would have been on those as well. I thought that was my purpose. But as I got older, I realized that talking back got me in a lot of trouble. Not studying and not being active in school with the activities got me in a lot of trouble. And I said, Joetta, that cannot be your purpose because you get in too much trouble if that's your purpose. So what is your purpose? Your raison d'etre, your reason for being. My purpose is It has always been, but I didn't know it because I talked a lot. I knew a lot, and I wanted to share, and I always had an audience. People, for some reason, would look up to me and listen to what I had to say. So as a youngster, I didn't understand it, but my purpose is now to be a motivational speaker, to travel across the country speaking to corporations, high school groups, elementary schools, civic groups. I'm an author, I have a radio show. I turned my gift into a business. That's my purpose. What is your design detriment? Who wants to share with me their purpose this morning? Give me a purpose this morning. Raise your hand. Yes. Her purpose is to do her best today. That's good. Tomorrow will come when it comes, and you can't do yesterday. To do your best today. Good job. Yes. To be a functional member in society. Good answer. I like that. That's a good purpose to have at 13. Yes. To learn something new every day, but especially today. One more person from the back. Oh, yes. Very good. When is that going to happen? Is that in the future or is that like now? Oh, like coming up. Okay, what do you do? Vocalist, okay. I won't put you in the spot yet. I might come back to you. What's your name? See, Ryan, I know your name. I know a lot about you now, so you're my go-to guy, Ryan, okay? So, purpose. I am kind of disappointed at this group this morning because, no. I thought someone would say their purpose was to get up, to get dressed, to be on time to hear me speak. No one said that. Oh, you were going to say that? No one said that, but that's okay. I understand. My purpose was to get in the car, to get here on time, to be able to talk to you, to motivate you, and also to learn from you. When I do these events, it's not about me all the time, it's about learning from you. I get information from you, I incorporate it into my speeches, I meet kids that are pretty much like my daughter, so I understand that. So my purpose, that is my purpose today, and I got some of your purposes. Now, you have to prepare. Preparation is key. Now, if I came in here all disheveled, you probably would listen to me because your principal said I'm the keynote speaker. But you would be laughing under your breath and poking fun. That's what people do sometimes. Not understanding that this is just a shell and that there's a lot up in here. So we talk about accepting people. I always say, you never have a second chance to make a first impression. So my first impression was that I'm well put together. But if I got up here and the same thing that resonated with you, that would not be good. If someone came in here that was a little disheveled, you may prejudge them, but they may say something that resonates with your spirit or just with your soul. So make sure you don't do that. Don't judge a book by its what? Oh, wow, I like that. Very good. So, purpose, prepare. How does someone prepare to come to school today? A new hands, yes. How did you prepare to come to school today? If you don't have an answer, that's okay. I'll go to somebody else. Yes. Hold on, wait a second. We got up and ate what? Frosted Flakes. Now, we're talking about, you're laughing, a lot of you did the same thing. We're talking about healthy as well, being healthy. So you have Frosted Flakes. Now, what's your name, young man? Jonas. The Jonas Brothers. Yo, you part of that group? What is it? Is Jonah? Jonah, okay, all right. So, you have Frosted Flakes this morning. What else did you have with that? You had it in the, you poured it in your, you stuck your hand in the box and was eating like this, or you put it in the bowl? And did you have milk in the bowl, or water, or dry? So you had dry Frosted Flakes, and you had a napkin and a spoon, right? Or you just used your hand. Got a spoon. Now, did we have any orange juice? Apple. Okay, you're doing well. You had apple juice. Did we have any fruit? So we had Frosted Flakes, dry, with apple juice. That's a good start. Okay. Good job. At least you had something. Let's see who else got prepared this morning. Now don't make it up. Yes, I'll come in next. Yes. Quiet down. Yes, young lady.
Morning I
Take care of your animals.
animals.
Animals. So you went to the farm?
No, I have to play farm, but
So how many animals do you have?
I have 2 dogs and
So this morning you prepared by taking care of your animals. Okay. And did we do anything else? She's laughing. That was your priority this morning, your animals. Okay, good. Anybody else? Preparation. I did you already, Ryan? Yes. You got dressed. Okay. We have someone over here that got dressed. Now, when you're preparing to do something, quiet down. And when you're quiet, I will start again. All right, good. So, she got dressed. Where is she? Oh, you got dressed. So in getting dressed, did you do anything else? You just got dressed. Preparation is key. You brushed your teeth, you washed up. Hygiene, that's important. Health, hygiene, that's important. So that's good. We did get dressed, we brushed our teeth, we had cereal, we took care of our animals. Did we pack our bag with our books, the iPads? Did we do any of that? No, we didn't do any of that. How about getting to the bus stop on time? Did we do that? We did that. Oh, your parents took you to school. So look, when you have a purpose, you have to prepare. I got up this morning bright and early, I got dressed, I took care of my responsibilities at the house, and guess what? We are still preparing for the rest of the day. You have the assembly program this morning, and then you have other classes to go through, and then after class, you have sports activities, curriculums after school, you go home, you have homework to do, we take care of your animals again. It's a cycle. So have a purpose and you prepare. And then you're patient. Patience is a what? Who said that? All right, my crew here. All right, what's your name? Give it up for Kenna. Now, if you don't catch it, you have to give it back. Oh, okay. I didn't know it right. All right, Kenna, I'll let you have that. So, you have a purpose, you get prepared, and you're patient. Patient. Patience is a virtue. I made 4 Olympic teams. Who was giving my years? What years? I've been telling you that all morning. I made 4. You say, so what? But I made 4, yes. Give me the years. 88? It's easy now because every 4 years. So you got the first one. No, come on. Yes. Wait. And the blue shirt. Yes. Good. Now, starting now, if you drop the ball, you have to give it back. Starting now. Okay, good. Now, I made 4 teams, but I tried out 6 times. So what does that mean? New hand, yes. I never gave up. One thing, a new hand in the back. Yes. Oh, who said that? I meant that back. Who said that? Where are you? Stand up. I can't see the person talking. No, the other guy. Somebody else is talking. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Quiet down. Now I heard another voice. Where was that other voice coming from? Who was this talking? Besides him? It was you? What'd you say? Okay. Go ahead. You Owen. One more time. I kept trying again. I like this group. Because usually when I say to someone, I tried out 6 times, I didn't make it 2 of those times. What does that mean? They say, I'm a loser. You gotta know, right? But guess what? You're only a loser if you don't get back in the game and try again. So I didn't make it the first time in high school. I was 17 for my first Olympic trials. I didn't make it then. My second Olympic trials, I was in college. I didn't make it then. In life, you're not going to get what you want right away. You got to keep trying to figure things out. You got to figure out what you got to do. You can't do the same thing over and over again and expect what? A different result. Remember that. So I had to change things. If you're studying for a test and you're not getting the grade that you want, you have to change your studying patterns. You have to get other help. So I had to get other help. Change my coaches, change my dietitian, change my mindset. And when I did that, I made team number 1. And how do you think I felt? I felt good, right? It's all about me, right? Me. I did it. But no, it doesn't work like that. Teamwork does what? Make the dream work. I had coaches, I had trainers. It was a big team. Now, you're in school, and you have to be patient. Your teachers have to be patient with you. And you have to be patient with them and your classmates. As a student, I know that you think that your teachers are trying hard to give you bad marks. That is their purpose. Is to make sure that your GPA does not stay above 3.5. And you, as students, may not study at all for the test. You get the grade that you don't want to get, but you blame them for giving you that grade. Because you know the night before the test, you took your book and your iPad that you did not use, stuck under your pillow, and you hope by osmosis that information left your book and the iPad and goes to your brain. Does it work like that? You have to put time in. Your teachers are your best friend. I always say, the infrastructure is set up for you to succeed. Your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So they're pouring into you, and you're blaming them for everything because I do the same thing. I blame my teachers for everything. I blame everybody but myself. And once you look at yourself and say, you know what, I can do better. Once you raise the bar on your expectations, then you do better. So our first P is what? That's the question. I didn't get an answer. I tried again. My first P is what? No? Okay. Let's put our thinking caps on and think about this. First P is what? Where's Ryan? All right, Ryan, what's my first P? Okay, I like that. He doesn't understand what I mean. What was the first P in the first word that I used to open up my presentation? Is that better, Ryan? Can I spell it? Can I use it in a sentence? Is that where we're going with this? Help him out. Purpose, very good. Now remember, if you drop it, you give it back. Okay, good, 2 for 2. Purpose. And then we do what? In the back, with the red shirt. Purpose, and then what? What's the second P? Yes. Come on, Google. Don't raise your hand if you don't know the answer, just to have fun. If you really know the answer, raise your hand. If you don't know, that's okay. Yes. Prepare. You're prepared. You have a purpose. You're prepared. And then what's the other P? I see you. Yes. No. Well, thanks, Ryan. But I meant the young man there. But thank you. You. What is it? Patience. Good. So that's 3 P's. Have a purpose. Get prepared. And then you're patient. So, at this time, you've been patient. So I want you all to stand up. All right. Sit back down. Okay. This is an exercise in 2 areas. And you got a big fat F in the one area, and you're going to blame me because I didn't explain it correctly. I'm gonna say it again. Listen. Stand up. Sit back down. Okay. The exercise you're getting, true, is standing up. But the other exercise is listening. Sometimes in life, you miss the victory, you miss the moment because you talk too much. And you don't listen. And then after you repeat it over and over again, and then you blame me because you didn't listen. Now had you done it right the first time, we wouldn't be on number 3. So the third one would be the what? The charm. Let's try it again. Hold on. Let's stand up. Now wait a minute. I hear a lot of voices, and I just went through a whole speech about not talking. I'm gonna try it one more time. Sit down. Now what did I run? How many of you know what I ran? I told you what I ran. What did I run? I did track, but what it meant? 800. It took me, in high school, 2 minutes and 3 seconds to do it. And as an open Olympian, I did it in 1 minute and 57 seconds. So I would run that first lap in 55 seconds, just the first lap. And then come back around 61 points, okay? Now, we've been doing this for about 3 minutes. This will be my last time asking you to do this exercise. Because it's important to listen. When you're in school, when you're working, when you're at home, you have to listen to adults, to your friends. Because sometimes it can be a safety reason why you're listening. If you're in class, your teachers are speaking to you, so you have to listen and let the information resonate inside your brain. Not just go in one ear and out the other. You have to kind of stop in the middle here and go to a spot so you can recall it. You have to listen. If you're driving, which you will eventually, you have to listen to the cues outside of the car. You have to listen. And right now, as the keynote speaker, you have to listen to me. So let's try it one more time. And I hope the fourth one is the charm. Okay, let's try it. Stand up. Sit down. Okay, now this side was perfect. I've identified 2 people. I get to them a little bit later on. And they know who they are. And it's a team. And as you find out in sports, and in business, and in school, and in projects, when you have lab work to do, you do your part, and you hope that your teammate does their part. Okay? So that's important. And if they don't do the part, it affects the overall grade. If we're running a relay, for example, a relay has 4 people. The first one takes off fast, passes the baton to the second person. The second person runs fast, gives it to number 3. But guess what? We hear this. The baton dropped. Now, in life, you drop the baton, and you have 2 options. You can pick it up, or you can leave it there. But you still drop the baton. Now you pick it up, and you keep running. The 4th person gets the baton, you finish the race, they're upset. Why? Because number 3 dropped the baton. But as a team, you have to embrace each other when you do well and when you do bad. And the same thing in school. When you get a good grade, good lab, it's a team. But when you drop that baton, it brings me to my 4th P. You get perturbed. Perturbed, that's a big word. That means upset. And why are you upset? Many reasons why you have to be upset in life. You're upset because someone dropped the baton. You're upset because someone said something to you. Someone said something discouraging to you. Someone called you out of your name. There are many reasons why you are perturbed. But when you get perturbed, you got to be proactive. You can't stop the way someone thinks about you. You can't change their mind. That's not your assignment. Your assignment is to be the best that you can be in that situation and how you react to something. Okay? I've been called and been said and been my entire life. It's okay. I've learned that I am not who someone says I am. I know who I am, so I don't let that bother me. But as a kid, I get it. You get perturbed, you get aggravated, you tell your parents, you tell your teachers, whatever you do, that's how you handle it. But the one thing that you have to know is that you are extraordinary. Most other people that are not in your circle are just ordinary. So you can't spend your time trying to convince people that you are extraordinary. Just know that's who you are. And keep doing those things that will make you a better person and better for society, like this young man said in the front, okay? So, who wants to tell me something about themselves that got them perturbed, upset, and how did you handle it to get out of the situation with a positive attitude? Did I explain that good, Ryan? You got that one? Good. I say it again. Who wants to tell me something that got them perturbed and you went through the situation, you handled it however you handled it, but you got a positive result? This young man here, yes, stand up. This is the big one. Hold on. He got a bad grade on his test. Go ahead. So he studied harder the next time. But he missed something. Did you get upset? Remember, we're talking about being perturbed. So what made you perturbed? What got you upset? And what did you do to work through that? I see two hands, but pick the one that waves the fastest. Okay, yes, you. She posted a picture that she drew, your artist. She posted a picture that she drew. Where'd you post it? She posted it where? She posted it somewhere, and she's an artist, and what happened? There were a lot of negative comments on it, so what happened? She got upset, and why'd you get perturbed? That's the word we're using today. Perturbed. Why'd you get perturbed? She got perturbed because she tried her hardest and they couldn't appreciate her talent in artwork. So now she's upset. So what did you do? She said when she got perturbed, she practiced more and worked harder to get better. So did you repost another picture? And she reposted another picture, and what happened? You still got bad comments, but you got more positive comments. Thank you. What's your name? Autumn. So the key here is that Autumn is an artist. She posted something, got negative reviews, tried harder, posted again, got some positive reviews. But the point here is that she didn't give up. Sure, she got feelings for her, mine would be too, but she tried to figure this piece out. And that's why you're extraordinary if you catch that ball. Yeah, she caught it, so we're 4 for 4. Good. Thank you, sir. How many of you knew that Autumn was an artist? Okay, good. All right, so we have 4 P's. First P as a group is what? As a group, not just this side, I need this side. Purpose. What grade is this side? What grade is this side? Still no excuse. No excuse, doesn't mean anything. I wanted to see what's going on here. I'll figure this out. So, purpose. Next P is what? 7th grade, come on now. All right. Keep going, 8th graders. We're going to raise the bar on these guys over here. Purpose, prepare them what? Now, P, 7th grade was a practice as a P, was not one of my P's. So I will use that next time. So hold up, 8th graders. What is my P? Purpose, prepare them what? Patience. Patience. Together. This 4th P is what? Patience. You got it right? Yeah. So, now, the final P is persevere. That means never give up. You persevere. I always say, an inch. Remember this. You win or lose. You're successful by an inch. Inch stands for I never cease hoping. I would love to tell you that I wanted to always keep going. That I always had this positive attitude, that I could do anything I wanted to do. I would succeed. It was good at everything I did. I can tell myself that, but that would not be the truth. You can fool the whole world that the pathways of life and get pats on the back as you pass. But your true reward will be heartache and pain if you trick that person in the glass. By that I mean, people can tell you great things about yourself, and you can tell yourself great things about yourself. But when you look in the mirror, the person you're looking at, they know everything that you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it. So if you fool that person in the mirror, that'd be really hard to do, okay? So I understand how it feels not to succeed. I understand how it feels to have people say, Joetta, why are you still running? You're too old. When I was running back in the 60s and 70s, women didn't run distance. And black Americans did not run distance. That was for Africans, usually Kenyans, Ethiopians, that crew. So when they saw me, they would always say, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from New Jersey. You can't be from Jersey, you run a distance. They put a stereotype on me, as I'm sure they do on you. But your goal and your assignment is not to get into a battle, why or why not. The battle is that you enjoy what you're doing, and I enjoy distance running, and I stayed there. And I made a career out of it, okay? So don't let anyone get you off track. You persevere. You believe in yourself. You believe that you're smart. Too often, no one wants to score high on tests, because if you do that, then people may poke fun at you because you're too smart. But do not dummy down anything you're doing to be part of a group. Stay intelligent, work hard, score well in your test, be kind, have courage, be faithful, be understanding, be tolerable, be all of those things. And in doing that, you're being better for society. I tell people now, there's nothing that I would change in my life. They say, Joetta, what would you tell your younger self? I think about that, and I would tell my younger self that everything I'm going through is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Things have a way of working its way out without you getting all involved in it. So persevere. Persevere through studies, persevere through relationships, persevere. And when you do that, you will succeed. And you succeed on your own terms. Success varies for everybody. I made 4 Olympic teams, as I told you, but I do not have a gold medal from the Olympic Games. They go, what happened? You were ranked #1 in the world. You were the best American for over 15 years, but you don't have a gold medal? I say, no, I don't have a gold medal, but I got the gold medal of life. I traveled around the world for free. I lived the lifestyle of the rich and shameless. All of those countries that you're reading about in school, I've been to all of them. I had the opportunity to go there and see. So I didn't understand that. All of the currencies that you're learning, that I was learning in school, I didn't understand that. The French that I took in school, although it wasn't the French that they spoke when I went to France, I still could understand it. So my point is that you're never going to know where your experiences take you, so get prepared anyway. Right? Get prepared anyway. So at this time, I want to have the whole group, you know what? Who wants to give me one person? Give me my P's in order. Do not make up your own P. Okay? There are a lot of words that begin with P's, but don't make up your own P's. I want a new hand, a new face, and she flipped her hair. That got my attention. So 7th grade, stand up. What's your name? What is your name? Terry? Not you, Mary. Okay. All right, Mary. My P's in order. Purpose. Thanks. Purpose. Prepare. Patient. Perturbed. Persevere. Good. Now, Mary, the assignment is not done. You gotta catch the score, Mary. No pressure. Here it comes. Good. 5 for 5. Nice. 8th graders. Before we ask questions of me, I gave you an acronym. Now you're in the 8th grade, so the acronym is the word, each letter stands for something, right? BT, NBA, what's some other acronyms? NFL, what else? DARE, you got it. So, 7th grade, calm down. My 8th graders, I gave you an acronym. And I said, if you use this acronym, you either win or lose by this acronym. And I told you what it stood for. So, does anyone want to tell me the acronym? And what each letter stands for? 8th grade first. Yes. Stand up. Okay. Inch, he's right. Good. I never cease hoping. Catch. All right, good. I'm impressed with that. Now, if you really want to impress me, let's see, if you really want to impress me, stand up. Nah, sit down. I thought I would try. We're going to get this right. Now, questions. What happens is, no one has a question. When I leave, you all have questions. 4-time Olympian, from New Jersey, grew up in North Jersey, went to college, undergrad, grad school, did all these things. On television, radio shows. I have a book, a perfume line. I have a radio show, perfume line, body scrub. All these things. Who has a question for me? You have to have a question. There are not many of me coming to your school. Yes. Say it again, please. What is it like to come here? Oh, being an Olympian. Thank you, I didn't hear you. What is it like being an Olympian? Well, it's a great experience to represent your country, first of all. And I was the team captain in 2000. So my peers chose me as team captain. There's nothing as amazing as to have on your uniform. Now this is part of the uniform. This is from 2000, this jacket. It has the 2000 Olympic Games. But we had this unappealing striped starred skirt. But we had a cowboy-ish kind of hat. And we had a scarf. I chose today not to wear that because you would have ridiculed me. I tried to bring it up to current standards. But it's an amazing feeling to walk into the Olympic Stadium with all of your athletes, not from other countries, I'm talking about our country right now. Tennis and basketball and track and volleyball and beach volleyball and all the different sports. And then as team captain, I'm in the front. And hearing the crowd cheer for you, and it's just an amazing experience because when Team USA does fantastic in all the sports, and everyone's always looking at us. And so it feels great to be an Olympian, and it kind of lets you know that everything that I did as a youth, in college, as an open athlete, prepared me for that opportunity to be on front stage and to do a good job. So I felt proud. Anybody else? Questions? In the back, all the way in the back. Yes?
If you weren't an Olympian, what would you want to be?
An Olympian is not who I am, is what I did. So I was an athlete and became an Olympian. So to answer your question, if I wasn't an Olympian, what would I be? But in athletics, in my event, that's the pinnacle, that's the best you can be. So I would do that. And I guess you may have wanted to know if I wasn't a motivational speaker, what career would I have gone into, possibly. And I really don't know, because I do so many different things. I'm a businesswoman, I'm an entrepreneur, I do a lot of things. I don't want to pigeonhole myself. The main thing I said earlier was that I'm a speaker. So as long as I'm speaking and communicating, then that's good. Anybody else have a question? A bunch of hands. Yes. Yes, you. How did I get in the Olympics? I'm glad you asked that question. I'm going to come back after 2 questions, okay? One, I'm going to come back to your question, young man. 2 more questions, yes. I did my undergraduate work and grad work at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. Volunteers, yes. And, okay, yes. Say it again. What was it like to do what? To get a perfect timing? Well, I don't know if my time was perfect, but when I ran my best time, I was excited to do that. So it felt great to run a fast time and to be recognized for running that fast time. Now, the young man asked me, how do you make the Olympic team? I have a video I want to show. We're going to turn the volume down as we watch this video. And this video will let you know how you go about making the Olympic team. This video is from the 2000 Olympic Games, which is this one. I had this jacket on, and it was in Sydney, Australia. I had already made 1988, 92, and 96. And in 2000, I was 38 years old. And my sister and my sister-in-law were running the same event that I was running that year. And in order to make the Olympic team, you have to go 1, 2, 3. If you finish, nobody. Can you tell me that? So, that's my younger sister. This will be her first Olympic team. She went on to make 2 more. 2000 with me, 2004 and 2008. Then my sister-in-law, 168, was in that race. She made 5 Olympic teams. The 4 with me, but she wasn't my sister-in-law the first 3. And then she made 2004 after that. And then I'm 169, that's my number. So here we go. We are in Sacramento, California. What is my purpose? It's clear. My purpose is to make the Olympic team, period. 1, 2, or 3. That is my purpose. Contrary to popular belief, my purpose is not to be out in that little outfit getting a suntan. That's not my purpose. How did I prepare? I trained hard, I ate well, I had a good training staff around me, so I did that. And then I said, have a purpose, you can prepare, and then you're patient. Why am I patient? I'm currently in what place? Last, 8th, whatever you say in the back. Only 3 people make the Olympic team. In life, you're going to find out that you have roadblocks. You're not going to be able to get around. I can't go anywhere. It's okay to be in a space when there's no movement. In that space when there's no movement, people think that you're buried when you're in that dirt. But I always say you're planted. And if you're planted, you're going to bloom. Well, guess what? The sun, the rain, the season has come. It's time for me to bloom. I'm in last place. So I have to go from 0 to 100 what? Real quick. That's right, real quick. Here I go. I am now in 8th place, but I'm moving up. Have a purpose, get prepared, get patient, you're perturbed. I moved all the way up to 5th place. Is that good enough? Yeah. No, it may be good for you if you don't want to go to Sydney to make the Olympic team, but I wanted to go to Sydney with my sister who was in first and then second. I used that acronym, which was INCH. In life, you never cease hoping. Never cease hoping. I never cease hoping. So, my sister-in-law leaned at the wrong line. So my sister wins. My sister-in-law was second. And we don't know what place I was in. I don't know if I was in third or fourth. What I do know is that on that big board up in front of us, they were showing the race over and over again. You can't rely on somebody else's race or strategy. You have to run your own race. The lady that was in front of me saw me coming on the board, so she tried to ease over to cut me off. Stay in your own lane. There's victory when you stay in your own lane. She was trying to cut me off to get in front of me, but that did not work. So we waited and waited and waited for a long time, trying to figure out if I took third or fourth. We talked about team. Now my sister and sister-in-law, they know they went 1-2. So they can go and celebrate. But when you are a team, you don't celebrate because you did well. You celebrate because the whole team does well. So instead of them taking their victory lap for my sister making her first team, and for my sister-in-law making her fourth team at the time, they waited around for me. And they finally made the announcement that the team was Clark, Clark, and Clark, and everybody's all happy, so that's it. That's it. I'm going to change the narrative. The question was asked of me, how do you make the Olympic team? So young man, I just explained to you how you make an Olympic team. Let me hear it. Did you listen? Did it resonate with you? It was your question. I answered it. He's sitting down, which means he didn't get it. So what seventh grade is going to help him out? I just explained to you how you make the Olympic team. I did you already, didn't I? You went. I did a new hand. In the back. Quiet. Top three. Okay, that's fair. I'll give you. Now you gotta catch the ball. All right, you ready? Here it comes. Alberto, try it again. Bring it up. I don't have to catch it. But you have to catch it. All right, good job. How one more time? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, it's 9 o'clock, but my time is up. But as a speaker, I want us all as a group to go over my piece, and then I want you to make me feel good. I have a 2-hour ride back home. And it would make me feel really good if you get this one right for me. But give me my piece first. As a group. First P is what? Purpose. Second P? Third P? Next P? Next P? Good. We got that good. Now, for my 2-hour ride back home, let's get this right. That's right. Stand up. Ah, no. Sit down. Maybe tomorrow, when I come back, the next class will help me with my ride home. But really, thank you for paying attention. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for sharing. And I hope that when you leave here, you remember the P's, apply it to your life, and have a good day in school, okay? Thank you.